So what's cool right here is this panel is not coated. This panel was coated. And this might be fresher paint too. I think you can see it better without the light, if we can get the shop light focused. But there's actually less damage on the coated side from the uncoated side, where the body shop wiped this thing down with who knows what. Now again, this could be just really soft fresh paint, did more damage, but I think it's pretty cool that the coating was resilient to what could have been this, is now just this, which is still pretty bad, but we're gonna fix it up. Pillars absolutely destroyed, my goodness. Coating or not, nothing will save in these pillars. So as you've seen, we're still working on the Acura today. You might hear some fan noise. I'm not turning the fan off, all right? It's hot. I'll turn noise cancellation on or something. But what we're doing in this video is basically just finding the test spot, and then I'm gonna hammer this thing out. So I'm gonna walk you through my test spot procedure. What I got is a bucket of rinseless wash. Always handy to have a bucket of rinseless wash, whether you're wiping off polish removal and that residue, or keeping our pads nice and clean. So you can see here, pad needs a quick clean before we get started. So I like to just throw all three in here. Gently massage the pad like so. I just like to give them a good squeeze. Not looking for 100%, but a whole lot cleaner. And now it's damp, primed, and ready to polish. We'll do that to all three. Today we're using Detailco Blueberry pad and this orange pad, which is from Buff and Shine. This is in the Eurotech line, but we're thinking about bringing it to the Detailco line. Still playing with it. It's a step down from the Blueberry, so I think Blueberry usually is the perfect one-step pad. Hit it, 2 to 4 passes, you're good to go, just depending on the softness, hardness of the paint. But this does seem like a little bit softer paint, might have to step down. So, got the orange pad ready. And we got the 3-inch versions as well. They need a little light cleaning. So again, rinseless bucket, just like throw them in there, and you can see already our water is getting pretty dingy just from that leftover residue. Just massage that pad ever so gently. Give them a squeeze, and boom, clean pad. And they're all primed up, ready to go. You can rub them against the grit guard to finish drying them out completely, because there will be a little bit too much moisture. Put them on the machine, give them a spin. Good to go. We're gonna run the PXE for the 3-inch pads. And the Detailco 15 millimeter for the 5-inch pads. Today's compound of choice is, of course, Detailco's in-game compound. This is a true compound, but you work it, it has some good finishing abilities as well. So again, we're gonna start off with that Blueberry pad. Now in-game is pad dependent, but it's also amount of product dependent. So if you're doing a 2-step, you want a real heavy cut, you're gonna want about 4 good sized drops, a little bit bigger than pea size on the pad. Today we're going for the 1-step, so we're gonna do kind of the 4 traditional pea size drops. And then if you want to finish, you just need 2 pea-sized drops. So there you go. Got the little drops on there. Dropping and topping. All right, so test spot. We're going to do a little spot. We're going to do 4 passes and see what we get with the Blueberry pad speed 4. Let's check it out. And 4. And you notice I just did 4 straight line passes. As long as you're overlapping, you're going to get some good results, a good even cut. We got the Freebird 400, nice plush towel for the wipe off. Get in here. Super nice wipe off. And oh my goodness, there might be a tad haze. Let's get you in here to check it out. So we got some really great cut. Look at that. So from before to after blueberry pad, and we just got a spectacular result. Might be a slight haze. Let's keep wiping. Let's give it another pass with the Freebird. But just phenomenal results. So let's try the orange pad just to see if we can get some better clarity in the finish and see how deep of a cut the orange pad gets us. And if it's close to this with the cutting, but gives us a better finish, we'll do with the orange pad today on this Accurate paint. Fantastic results, one-step cutting compound with Endgame. Well, how it works is Endgame starts off with all the abrasive clumped together for a real heavy cut. That first pass is really chopping that paint, and then by the second pass, the chunks kind of break apart into individual abrasives, and they never break down any further after that. They kind of remain a nice polishing step on the 2 to 4 passes, but Endgame continues to cut no matter what, because those abrasives stop breaking down at a certain point. So they start real chunky, and then they break apart into smaller abrasives, but they never stop cutting. So that's why you can end up with a little haze, because it's never fully breaking down into like a finishing glaze or a finishing polish. It remains a compound all the way through. Now, let's test out the orange pad, see what kind of results we get. Orange pad, so again, we're going to do the 4 pea-sized drops. Liquid stays the same, only the pad changes. To this test spot on the front of the hood here. Four passes with the orange. Give this buttery smooth wipe off. Boop. Very nice, very nice. Let's get the panel prep. So Oblivion panel prep on both of our test spots. Make sure, get rid of any polishing oils. That way our test spots are giving us the true correction value here. I gotta say both test spots are looking pretty dang phenomenal. So let's get you in and check it out. Here you go, the orange test spot and the blue test spot. So you can see the orange definitely, I can see some deeper defects that the orange is leaving behind. Where the blue, I mean, you're seeing that sparkle really shine through. So I don't think the orange is quite cutting enough. The orange might not be enough to cut through that old ceramic coating as well. So I think that's what we're seeing here. You can see the before and after, after with the orange, before, after with the blue. I think we're getting better results with the blue. I think the orange just isn't cutting quite hard enough. The blue's cutting real hard and finishing definitely. After the panel prep, I'm not even seeing that much of a haze here. So, looks spectacular. So I think what we're gonna do is go with the blue over the orange. So boom, that's kind of the science of a test spot. Figure out what works the best, see what you need cut wise, see what you need finish wise, especially with a one step. You get your one step dialed in, the vehicle's gonna turn out freaking phenomenal, and you did it in one step. Sometimes it takes a step and a half though to get even better results. This time, I think that blueberry pad in the Endgame is the winning solution here for sure, especially after that Oblivion panel prep. I think we were seeing some polished residue in the reflection instead of a haze, because I'm looking at it here, I still can't even see. I don't see a real haze going on. I'm actually seeing more of a haze somehow on the orange side, I think because it just didn't cut hard enough. There's a lot to cut through on this paint, old ceramic coating. There's some water spots you can see in the coating. A bunch of scratches. So having to deal with all those factors, the blueberry is the winning pad in this situation. So let's polish out this whole side of the hood. We'll do a 50-50, and then I got to get this thing paint correct it, and coat it by the end of the day. Again, the in-game wipe off is just really nice. Doesn't take much, which is what you want. You don't want to be sitting here and pushing around all the polishing oils or nothing for too long. Have 2 pads ready, you can cycle them out. So I'm switching to the secondary blueberry pad I had soaking in the bucket. Of course, still rocking the 4 drops, and let's finish out this hood. All right, let's get into it so you can see the spider webbing, the haziness, the cloudiness, and we'll get over here to the corrected side and we're looking good again. Coating removed, all that good stuff. And a beautiful finish, especially once we apply thick. And thick's gonna really deepen, darken this paint, especially on a daily driver. So, before, after, before, after. So there you go. That was me figuring out the test spot for this car. We've got it locked into procedure now. We are going to have to work in-game 4 to possibly 5 passes, probably especially on that fresher paint job over there on the newer parts. We'll see. Might have to do a whole new test spot for that section. But Acura paint, yeah, we're getting it dialed in. Coating removed. Scratches reduced to a high percentage, 80-90%. Great one-step finish, and then we're going to coat it up with Detail Co Thick. That'll be the next video. So there you go, Detail Co in-game, your one-stop shop compound. On a paint like this, you definitely got to work it 4 or 5 passes. Make sure it finishes out nice and even. If you stopped at 2 to 3 passes, you're definitely going to get that haze as it's cutting pretty hard, but you see all the defects we're able to cut out. Sometimes you just need a little extra working time, finish it out. But again, Detail Co hard cutting compound, so it's going to keep cutting no matter what. But that's all I got with this one. That's my test spot procedure. Worked out great on this one. We're basically going to repeat that process now about 40 more times around the vehicle, and then get into that coating. That's all I got. It's hot. See you on the next one. Stay hydrated, everybody, all right? Hydrated. Liquid IV, drink your water. Use in-game compound.